Okay, ladies, let's talk about choosing the correct bodybuilding federation for you. There are so many federations out there, so make sure you do your research, look at what the criteria is for that federation, make sure it suits you and your physique. So the two most competitive federations and the federations that have competitions throughout the whole year are PCA and Tuberos. However, they both look for very different things when it comes to bikini. In PCA, they have bikini and they also have bikini trained. So if you're a first timer and maybe just starting your fitness journey of not being in your fitness journey for that long, then bikini is for you. They are still looking for you to have a really good amount of muscle mass and to be able to get into good condition, but they're looking for you to be a little bit softer, but still super feminine and make sure you've got that muscle mass. If you have been in the fitness industry for a while, then maybe you have a little bit more muscularity and you know that you are ready and willing to get into true condition, then bikini trained is for you. They're looking for a little bit more muscle mass, but they want that condition, so they want to see the shreds in bikini trained. For PCA, they have 4 mandatory poses. So they have the front pose, which is going to be showing off the quads and the delts. They have side pose, which is going to be showing the glutes and the delts. And then they have that back pose with your hair completely out the way, showing that X frame. They want to see the glute ham tie-in. They want to see that taper in the back. They want to see the delts as well. So these are the 4 sort of mandatory poses that are chosen for PCA. So if you know that quads is one of your strong points, then you want to go with PCA. For PCA, you can wear whatever bikini colour you want. You see some girls with yellow, with pink, blues, greens, purple, whatever it may be. So this federation really allows you to show off your personality and show who you are as a person on that stage. In terms of competing, for PCA, you will choose a regional show that is either close to home or you can do most of the competitions in England. Once you've competed at this level, if you place usually top 1 to 5, then you'll have the opportunity to be invited to one of the bigger shows of the year, which are Universe, British and World Finals. If you get this invite, you can go compete in one of the bigger shows of the year, which you can then try to win your overall title, and you can also win your pro card if you win your category and they think that you deserve to be a pro. When you become a pro, you can then compete in the pro category to try and be the pro champion of that competition. In terms of how much further you can go in competing with PCA, you can go and compete internationally in the pro shows, but other than that, that's really the only sort of highest stepping stone you can go in PCA, whereas Tuberos, they have a lot more room for development as an athlete, where you can travel internationally as a pro and compete at really high prestigious shows, whereas PCA, yes, it's a very, very high standard of pros, but there's not much room for development. So when it comes to Tuberos, they have bikini. Tuberos' bikini look is very hard to get it right. They want you to have good muscularity, but they want you to look a little bit softer. There's a lot of differences of opinions when it comes to bikini and Tuberos because some of the girls look a bit harder, some of them are very soft, so in my opinion it is very hard to get it right. They only have 2 poses in Tuberos, so they have their front pose, which is essentially the side pose for PCA, so all they want to see is the glutes and they want to see the delts. They also have a back pose, but the hair is completely covering your back, so the only thing they're looking for is the glute ham tie-in and the rear delts at the back. In terms of bikini, although there is no written rule, there is almost an unwritten rule for the colours of bikini that you have to go with, and these are greens, blues, red, purple. That is the most sort of colours you'll see within Tuberos, and they like these sort of specific colours. So as an athlete in Tuberos, you can compete at a regional show, which then once you have done this regional show close to home, you are able to go and compete internationally in their pro qualifier shows. So immediately you have a lot more room than PCA in terms of being able to travel for shows and compete at sort of a higher level, because these pro qualifier shows are shows like Amateur Olympia, which is a very prestigious show, as we all know. At these shows, you can try and win to compete and then win your pro card as well. When you become a pro in IFBB, the sort of level of athlete is a lot more advanced, and when you become a pro, you can then go on to travel worldwide to compete in some of the most prestigious shows in the world, like the Arnolds and the Olympia. So when you are trying to choose which federation you want to go with, it's important to take accounts in how far you want your journey to go. Do you just want to do it for fun for a couple of years to try it out? Then maybe go with PCA and you can try out Two Bros to see how it goes. However, if you actually can see yourself doing this for the long run and maybe seeing yourself doing it alongside your career, then I would personally try to maybe go for Two Bros, as there's a lot more places that you can develop and really work over year after year, getting better to try and get your pro card and then eventually compete at a pro level within IFBB. But you can always try multiple federations to see what suits you and your physique best before you make any decisions on which one you want to stick with.